Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. In recent years, Apple has been working hard to expand iPhone production capacity in India due to the intensifying economic and trade frictions between China and the United States. India has abundant human resources and broad market prospects, making it an important part of Apple's global strategy. Since 2017, Apple has planned to assemble iPhones in India. In the following years, Apple gradually increased its contract production in India and established some factories in India. Most of these factories were provided by suppliers such as Foxconn and Hanwha. India will be the second largest iPhone production base after China in 2021. Currently, Apple wants to make India a key location for it in the world. Recent earnings releases indicate that Apple has moved approximately 20% of its production capacity to India. The most important point is to adapt to the changing economic and trade relations between China and the United States and reduce dependence on the Chinese market. To achieve this goal, Apple actively supports local contract manufacturing companies in India. Take, for example, Tata, which entered Apple's supply system in 2022 to assemble iPhone 14. This is a good thing for Apple, which can get help from the Indian government to accelerate its entry into the Indian market. At the same time, Taiwanese manufacturers like huawei have also stated that they will increase investment in India. Huawei plans to invest 11 billion yuan in new factories in India, which will strongly support the company in expanding its production scale. Generally speaking, the company is planning its production in India in accordance with the strategy of seeking speed while maintaining stability. This requires not only relying on the capability support provided by established manufacturers like Foxconn, but also establishing mutually beneficial relationships with local Indian companies. If this strategy can be successfully implemented, it will significantly reduce China's economic pressure and make its distribution of productivity more diversified around the world. The current situation and countermeasures of Foxconn in India. Foxconn, the largest supplier, will also face all challenges in India as it expands its production capacity. Foxconn has long been the largest contract supplier. However, Foxconn has been suppressed by many parties in India. First, Apple placed a part of the iPhone 15 order with local Indian supplier Tata Group, thus carving up Foxconn's order. Secondly, frequent labor conflicts in India have also hindered Foxconn's capacity expansion. Foxconn is facing increasing challenges from local manufacturers in India, and the Indian government is actively encouraging local companies. This is a big test for Foxconn, because it has already occupied a monopoly position in the Chinese market. Faced with this dilemma, Foxconn adopted a strategy of expanding its business in India. Foxconn will invest $750 million in new factories in India in 2021. This year, Terry Gou once again declared that Foxconn will invest another $1 billion in India. Foxconn continues to expand production as it seeks to gain a foothold in India's ability to make iPhones. At the same time, Foxconn is working to reduce operating expenses in India, such as signing a deal with Indian steel giant JSW. At the same time, This also helped Foxconn win support in India. Foxconn has overcome all odds to compete vigorously in India. At the same time, the company also realizes that in order to gain a foothold in China's emerging markets with promising development prospects, it needs to better integrate into India's business environment and develop mutually beneficial relationships with local companies. This is also beneficial to Foxconn's long-term development. Foreign investment in India supports local industrial strategies. In recent years, India has supported domestic manufacturing by introducing foreign direct investment, turning it from a world manufacturing power to a world manufacturing power. To bring in foreign capital, the Indian government has adopted a variety of methods. For example, various tax and land concessions are provided to foreign invested enterprises, and government efficiency is improved through streamlined procedures. Such a policy has led many foreign companies to set up factories in India. For example, the factory cooperating with Apple is one of them. India has also introduced a number of policies and initiatives to support local companies. For example, foreign-funded enterprises must be registered and listed in India, and management personnel must be localized. At the same time, foreign-funded enterprises are also required to establish joint ventures with local Indian funds to achieve technology transfer. This strongly supports local companies in India. To protect its companies, India has imposed technical trade barriers. For example, entry barriers of technical standards are set for foreign goods, or foreign goods are excluded from the Indian market for other reasons. This forces foreign companies to localize manufacturing in India. India uses foreign companies to develop its workforce and technology. If foreign companies want to develop in India, they must hire and train a large number of Indian workers and transfer their technology to them. This brings technological and human benefits to Indian companies. India also uses local companies to compete with foreign companies, forcing them to lower prices. For example, to lower the price of iPhones, they would encourage a battle between Tata and Apple's suppliers. Through the above measures, India's industry has developed very well, attracting a large amount of foreign direct investment and promoting India's industrial development. However, over-reliance on trade protectionism also has its drawbacks. India also needs to seek development through opening up and the common interests of foreign invested enterprises.